this has got to be the latest I've ever been with a video, ever. I've just been getting worse and worse with this, but it's here. Better late than never, I suppose. Life's been getting in the way, to say the very least. Pretty hectic, but it's okay. I'm back. If anyone even cares, here's a video way too late. With teams that you've all seen before, because everybody's already made their videos, and who really cares? But this is what I did. This isn't the first thing I did. I did a two-party clear before this one, where I actually ran, who was it? Freya instead of Garnet. And then I used Garnet in my second team. My second team was Zac, Garnet, and Porum. It's worked out well. But I switched it up a little bit and brought Garnet here and brought Freya in the second team along with Zac and Yuna, actually. First time I'm using my green Yuna. I gotta say, I'm a fan. She's really good. It worked out better than Porum. Yeah, think about that. Yuna's burst effect worked out better than the party-wide synergy stats provided by Porum. That's how good Yuna is. I like it. So, yeah, at this point, we want to summon as soon as we can. Well, okay, maybe not as soon as we can. I want to summon when the second round of orbs are up, because we can't quite keep the orb at bay, really. So if we just summon through it, we'll do enough damage, we'll kill him. It'll be fine. That's what we're gonna do. It is really annoying that you can't break these things. Not even just these things, it's like the whole, every wave. You can't break anything, which is pretty obnoxious. All in all, I did like this boss rush though. And it's global exclusive content, and you can't really complain. It's extra stuff. We all thought that boss rush was over though. They fooled us. That's what I'm saying. You cannot always follow the JP timeline verbatim. Global does not care about the JP timeline. They will throw any curveball they want at us, and they have in the past, and they're gonna keep doing it. So take your JP foresight with a grain of salt. Don't treat it like it's gospel, because that's been proven not to be time and time and time again. Okay, so the summon is almost up, and the orbs should be here pretty soon. Right at 49 they show up, so we are very, very close. In fact, I think, okay, yeah, there's one. So I think at this point we can just trigger the other one and then go into the summon. I think that's what I do. Trying to remember now. It must be. It must be. Because that would be good for turn count. That would be good for handling the orb. I'm sure I go into the summon. Yeah, why wouldn't I? I'm not going to waste an LP now. Because, yeah, for anyone out there who hasn't done this yet, although I'm sure most of you have, you cannot summon in Wave 2. Don't do it. In fact, you don't even want to be going into Wave 2 with your summon already up. Because Bahamut will do a bunch of horrible things if he is summoned on in any way. So just don't do it. I would recommend summon here, burst Wave 2. That's what I did, and it worked out great. It's also really obnoxious that you can't battery in this wave either. And that's really annoying. However, Garnet being Garnet just ups everyone's damage anyway, so battery isn't really that important with a setup like this. It would be nice for Terra's meltdown. She'd be doing way more damage with every turn if she just had her battery like she normally does, but that's okay. She's clearly hitting him hard enough. Titus is also amazing for this. And honestly, I would recommend like maybe Titus instead of Terra, but either one works. I don't have Titus to work with, but see, I'm saying that, but I don't have a Titus to try out myself. I'm just saying on paper that's what it looks like. Snow is very popular for this, for protection, but mainly for the Snowverflow, because you pump out a ton of damage with his burst effect on the field. It's crazy. If you build around it correctly, it's not like you can just slap him in anywhere and you're going to do ridiculous damage. No, you need to build around it. It's a lot of like, I don't know how to explain it entirely, because again, I never breed snow, but it has a lot to do with Brave Gain and Overflow, and Snowverflow. Okay, we're almost there. You gotta die. The orbs are nothing to worry about now. Summon took care of it. I think I ended up adding I added an extra turn for whatever reason. I think I ended up rotating with Terra in kind of a weird way where I added more turns than I needed to. Not sure why I did that, but You know what? You know what I think it was? I think it was to preserve the actions, because I really didn't want the other two acting. Because they're set up so nicely. Another thing I did, I think I might have, yeah, like right here. See, this would have been a problem if I didn't have this. You cannot launch Bahamut, but that's not what it's for. It's just to get Terra where she should be. It's the only reason I did that. So glad I saved it. Now, I don't know if this was really necessary, but I thought it helped a little bit. Yeah, okay, that did help with Brave Hits. Because I wanted to just pop an LD, but no, I would have rather hit them with that Thunder Imperil, since we're already enchanted. So that way Sisney can hit harder with the follow-ups. And I definitely saved all this burst stuff for Bahamut, because he's got a ton of health. What is it with Bahamuts and lots of health? I guess it makes sense. The last Bahamut had a lot of health too. This guy also likes to turn warp. He'll just blast you 3 times in a row. He likes his Mega Flare. That's why we have the Warrior of Light call on Terra. Iridia call might have worked too, but I don't know how many times he was going to do it. Because I think he does it more than once. So I figured instead of just having 3 dodges, we'll just have shields to keep us safe. He ended up breaking through Terra's shield though, I'm going to spoil it. Like, he did do some damage to Terra, but we still passed the requirement, so it's all good. I think it might be time to, speaking of, I think it would be a good time right about now to pop that Warrior of Light call and then burst, so that way when we get out of this, we'll be protected. Yeah, I think that's what's in order here. Yeah, let's do it. Team 2 does not really have to worry about timing your proper protection because Zack is on Team 2. So we're well protected the whole time anyway. Works out great. I also forgot how much damage Zack's burst phase does. Holy shit. I know I have the 5 out of 5 great sword, so obviously I'm going to do more, but I wasn't even set up properly. It wasn't a bad setup, but you could pump up the numbers so much more than I did for the burst phase, and I was still like, whoa, Zachary, my goodness. I've just grown so accustomed to the Noctis weak-ass burst phase. Like, his burst phase is a joke. Like, it barely does anything compared to the characters we have now. My god. That's what happens when you have a 0 turns addiction, which I completely decided to forego this time around. Like, no. I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure someone out there will figure out a way to do it. I am not that someone. No, it's going to take way too long. Way too many retries. Way too much planning. No, I'm good on all that. So we're going to just do it like this. It is also possible to get Bahamut down way more with this team. In fact, it's possible to straight up kill him with this team. Kill the first 2 waves with this team. But I, 1, don't think I played it correctly. And 2, only have a 0 out of 5 ultimate weapon. So having that 5 out of 5 short sword definitely would have helped. But you don't need it. This team slays regardless. Okay, Bahamut is officially pissed, judging by the turn order. He's not happy, but we're going to be okay. It also lets Garnet's overhead buff tick up a little bit more, the more he acts, which is just more damage for us. So go nuts, dude. Well, not too nuts, otherwise you'll hurt us. But that was nothing, even though it's an automatic break. You are missing a lot, my friends. But what surprised me is what comes later. So we shield ourselves. But then her shield was gone. I thought that would put the shield up on her. But it just didn't. She just didn't have one. So I must have screwed something up there, not really realizing what I did. But it's okay. We're under the requirement. I would have loved to do this without taking any damage, but I'm not about to redo it. It's enough. I've had to redo this so many times because like my videos kept getting screwed up, or like the turn order start would just be horrible from wave to wave. Like this was annoying. I did enjoy this boss rush. It's just, as far as making the video for it, I was having a rough time, I'll be honest with you. I don't think this stage is necessarily difficult. It really isn't. I just wasn't happy with the results I was getting. And then when I would get good results, it was like I kept recording like too many videos and just like resetting waves. Like, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? And then just losing everything. So I'm like, you know what? No, let's just scrap it. I'm not gonna dig through all this stuff. Start over, and now we're all good. This team is almost on its way out. Okay, bring your mankin back. Who cares? Canelo's not gonna do shit. So yeah, 7 turns on the count. That's not bad. Probably could have been less if I would have planned better. But this is okay. Alright, new team. Yes, I reset the wave because I wanted this specific turn order start. I wanted Yuna, Freya, then Zac, so that we could get that cheer buff on Freya before she goes up in the air. And then get this going. So Freya will do a lot more damage now than she otherwise would. If she went first, it wouldn't have been as good. That is a beautiful burst animation. That's got to be one of the best. Alright, so now I think it would be a good idea to get this Leo call on now. It's not going to be up for the whole duration of this team like it was last time, since we don't have turn hoggers going for us this time. So it will go away eventually, but we're going to make as much use of this, I cannot speak. We're going to make as much use out of this as we possibly can, while it matters. Okay. This does a lot more damage now too, now that Yuna and Freya were able to set up. Now for me, the next most important thing at this point is to get a Zac LD off in this wave before we go into the next one. Because I want to be able to just burst with Zac immediately. I don't want to have to set up with the LD while we're in there. I'll just do that here so we can be done with it. So we can just go to town when we get to the last wave. So he's got to die, but not too quickly. Yeah, see, now I'm like, okay. If this works out, we can jump behind, do a little bit more damage with the Freya Spear. Chop him down just a little bit. Suna didn't use a turn, and now Zac can go. So this way, perfect. We can kill him with the meteor shots. He will be ready to burst on his first turn. Now, I could have sat there and, like, reset a whole bunch of times this time in order to get Zac to go first, but no, I'm done with that. No more resetting. We'll go just like this. It'll be okay. But that would have been the ideal situation, to have Zac go first. Because we got the Reigns call on Zac. We would have gotten more out of our launches. Because everyone would have been in the order. But it's okay. Zac's all set up. We'll let Freya land, get her back up in the air, and then Zac can do his thing. A little bit of RNG involved, though, if you let them attack first. Because, you know, after they do their all attack, they'll just target one person. And it might not be Zac. And it's not like you can make them target Zac, because this wave is immune to all debuffs. That includes target lock. So you gotta be a little careful, because Zac's damage does boost quite a bit when they're targeting him, especially Chain Slash. But look at that. Look at that. They just so happen to be looking at Zachary. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I wish Freya was in this, but she's not. That's okay, though. Again, it's just for setup. And we are all set up. So 83 and 88, we'll be able to take out quite a bit. Quite a bit. Wow, I'm not used to doing this much damage. I'm telling you, like, okay, I know you can get way higher launches than that too, but I'm telling you, compared to what I'm used to, that Noctis burst phase is weak. It's weak. Looking at all this other stuff. It also doesn't help that, you know, with 0 turns, you go into the Noctis burst first thing. Like, setup isn't even a priority. It's just go in to not add turns to the count. No matter how shitty your burst phase damage is, like, concerns of using that burst phase for big damage are just out the window. It's literally there to prevent Noctis from adding a turn on the count. So you can apply Warp Step to everyone for free. And then you get out with free turns. And yeah, I don't know why I'm still talking about that shit. This isn't a 0 turns run. I'm comparing the burst phases, and it's crazy to me. Like, I've never done anywhere near that. Like, we've already done more damage than Noctis' entire burst phase. Like, way more. And he's like halfway done. That's crazy. That's crazy. The orb in this wave is a holy orb, by the way. But who gives a shit with a setup like this? I did not bring any holy calls or anything. I just powered through it, and it worked out just fine. It doesn't stay up the whole time, though. Like, this orb is a weird one. I think it goes away at 29% or something like that. And they're already kind of close to that. Well, I mean, you know, 54 and 51. Compared to where we just were, yeah, we put in some serious work in here. My God. With 16 actions left and a summon, so we are in very good shape. 2-party clear, at this point, not even a concern. Like, we're nowhere near passing that. I just realized I could totally put no synergy in the thumbnail and video title, but I'm not going to, because I feel weird, even though it's technically true, I feel weird being like, no synergy, but instead you just have really busted characters like, no synergy, but here's Garnet. Like, I don't know. Even though, yes, I know she's not synergy, but she's so fucking strong that it's like, you're not really nerfing yourself at all by not bringing synergy if you bring Garnet. Like, Garnet's way better than synergy. Way better. Okay. So now, this is just to get the summon up a little more. That's all that was for. So now at this point, I think we Asuna or cheer or something. What do we do? Cheer. To build the summon and not take a turn. Perfect. So yeah, they don't stand a chance. 13 actions left. They're at 35% each. They're done. They're just done. There's not much to say. There's really not much left to say about this. They're gonna just die. That's all there is to it. Yeah, and look, that orb on the right is already gone. Like, once you get him in the red, the one thing that could possibly be threatening goes away. Not a worry. We are about to lose that Leo call ability effect once Freya comes down. Which is okay. It's put in some serious work already. Like I said, it didn't stay for the whole fight, but most of it. So good enough for me. Once she comes down, it's gonna go away. So we got a spear and a dragon. Beautiful. But we might as well get you back up. We have one more of these. You can just take the rest of the summon. Okay, no, Zach, I'm gonna turn the summon too, but even so. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so we'll have 13 actions left after this, and they will both be under 13%. Yeah, that is a car driving by. Just ignore that sound. It's fine. It's staying in. 7 and 8. I could do, like, turn hoggy stuff. I might do that a little. Maybe a little. And then... Okay, we gotta start using unit skills at this point. Like, can we just... Let's just kill them. You know what I probably could have done, and it probably would have been fine? Well, I don't know, actually. Oh, I should have used this in the summon. Whoops. Yeah, I totally forgot. I forgot I even had this. So, okay. Even, again, Freya's not in it, but who cares? But I probably could have not even used the unit LDs, just use, like, the Asuna and the cheer and stuff. Let Freya keep dropping the spears, but... Only thing is, she's got one turn left on her burst effect. I didn't want to lose it. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just, I'm getting so greedy here. Like, please kill them and keep it at 15. That would be amazing. But, no. 16's good for me. I'm totally okay with this. You dead. So that's the global exclusive boss rush. Finally got my run up. Took me long enough, but better late than never. Hope you guys enjoyed. Curious what teams you guys brought. I cannot speak. I'm signing off. Thanks for watching. You guys take care.